Hi everybody, Rob Keys here doing another vlog entry for my YouTube channel. And this one is building off my last one where I talked about going to Niagara Falls and jumping on the new Made of the Mist replacement called the Hornblower. And I also touched on going to the Waterloo Air Show 2 days before that. Well, 2 days after that, today, we went downtown Toronto to the CN Tower. And I haven't been there since I was a little kid. I mean, I go to Toronto all the time for work stuff, for fun, to see Blue Jays games, Leafs games, all sorts of stuff. But I haven't been up to the top of the CN Tower since I was like 10 or 11. And I remember going up there and they had the glass floor recently installed just a few years prior. And I was actually too afraid to step on it. My younger brother is 3 years younger than me. At the time, he could have been like 7 or 8, maybe even 6. Like he was just jumping around, rolling around on it, no problem. My parents could do it, but for me, nah, I couldn't really get off like the braces in the middle. And I don't know why, some psychological thing. So we went upstairs, not really to do that, but I had promised to take Anna out to dinner up in the 360 restaurant. There's actually 2 restaurants up in the CN Tower, but the 360 one is like the higher end one just at the very top. And it's special because the 360 degrees thing is very applicable. It actually spins. So there's no bad seat along the window because your view is always changing very slowly. And it's my first time ever experiencing that. I had a bunch of friends that had gone and recommended it, but this was awesome. And it's kind of pricey, but not too bad. We paid like $20 parking just across the street where the Toronto Fan Expo is held every year. And it was like 20 bucks or whatever. So it was great. Just walked across the street, straight up in the CN Tower. And the best part is when you buy like a full course meal at the 360 restaurant, it includes a free admission to the top of the tower. I do not know how much that costs on its own, but I mean, that's a huge benefit. So I think the meals are like it's $65, I think, for like the main 3-course meal. It includes an appetizer, a main, and a dessert. So when you add it up, 65 bucks for a ticket to the top of CN Tower, a really great meal, you get a salad and a dessert. It's actually pretty comparable to going to something like Montana's or the Keg or Kelsey's or something like that. Because if you went there, you bought an appetizer and a main meal and a dessert, it would cost not too far off from that. And you're getting to do this in a friggin' rotating restaurant at the top of one of the world's tallest buildings. So totally worth it. It's a great experience if you haven't done it before. And once you're done dinner, you can just go down like a flight of stairs and you're on like the observation deck. And you can go up to the glass, you can walk outside. It's all kind of gated up, the outdoors portion. So no one was really out there doing that because it looks kind of grungy and old. But the observation deck is kind of fun just to look around. Not as nice a view as being in the restaurant against having a window seat, but it's still pretty nice. And of course, that's where the glass floor is, so that's pretty sweet. And then we took the elevator down, so totally worth doing. The other big thing, and you'll see this if you actually go to the glass floor and look straight down, you'll see the big aquarium. It's Ripley's Aquarium. It was built very recently, like a year or 2 or 3 ago, and so we did that as well. Tickets for that I think are like 30 bucks or $25 for an adult. And at first I was kind of concerned because the building didn't look too large from the outside, and once we started walking through it, it didn't look like there was much to it, but we were so wrong. About like halfway through following the path of the aquarium, you get to go into this amazing underwater tunnel where you can stand on this like conveyor thing, and it slowly moves you across, and inside this tank are tons of beautiful tropical fish and stuff like that, giant massive like manta rays. But on top of that, there's like a fleet of massive sharks, and like a bunch of them are laying down, chilling out, but there's like a dozen that are like actively swimming around. And because there's water above you, they like frequently swim right above you. And I took some brief videos with my iPhone, so I'll include those here so you can see them. But there are some great shots of these sharks, and you can see their teeth as they move in closer. And there's a few of these other sharks that have, I don't know if they're sharks or what they are, but they have like a long snout with like, it looks like teeth. It's sort of like a swordfish, but not. You'll know what I mean. I'll put a video of that as well. But that was a cool experience. That in and of itself is worth the price of admission. I don't know where else in this country you can do that, where you can go underwater and have sharks swim above you. And there's 2 or 3 tanks as well where we can actually put your hand in the water and touch, what was it now? A certain type of crab with like a rock scale back. And there's also these small sharks you can actually pet along their back. You can put 2 fingers down. So that was pretty fun. So a lot of cool stuff there, man. Aquariums are pretty fun. This one's like brand new. It's high end. A lot of cool stuff there. It's run by Ripley, of course, and Ripley has like a ton of stuff on the main strip in Niagara Falls. Coincidentally, I guess they're just big on tourist attractions in Canada. So if you're looking for something to do downtown Toronto, or you want to take someone out for a date, go to the 360 restaurant, get a beautiful view of the city and the waterfront, and then go straight back down, hit the aquarium afterwards, go through and enjoy it and have a good walk. Lots of great sights to see, and that's like a good first impression in Toronto if you want to take someone out for a spin. So thanks for watching. If you want to see more of my random day trips on this week, quasi-holiday, it was Canada Day and tomorrow it's Independence Day, so it's a pretty chill week, so it was a good week to try to take off. And I haven't been doing a good job of being a holiday type person because every day I've come online to do work and I can't avoid writing articles, it seems. I've written like 7 or 8 articles for GameRant.com and ScreenRant.com this week. But tomorrow, it's time for Canada's Wonderland. We already bought our passes today, so if anything interesting happens there, maybe I'll make a vlog about that as well. So like and subscribe for more random videos and cool geeky stuff, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.